Okay, so I want to tell a little story about this guy I used to know named Ballard. Matt Ballard. Ballard was a guy I knew in Alpha Battery 215 when I was in the Army. He came in maybe about a year after I got to Fort Drum. And this guy was one of the oldest guys I met in the Army that was a new soldier. So not counting like a colonel or a general or a sergeant major. He was something like 41 or 42 years old when he joined. For whatever reason, it's what he wanted with his life. So he joins the Army, joins us, and this is one of the most high speed guys I've ever met in my life. When I've talked about Swanson, Barledge, how they were just all stars at everything they did in the Army, and it just came super easy to them. That was another one. He was one of the best soldiers we had. He never really got in any trouble. I never saw him do push ups, nothing, right? No one ever fucked with this guy. He was a short guy. He was only like 5'6" or 5'7", like Sergeant Bellis. But he was tough as fuck. He was a good athlete. I think he knew how to fight. He was a good wrestler. He threw my ass around like I was nothing. And yeah, he was just, life came easy to this guy. One of those. And of course, he was also cocky and arrogant, kind of like Swanson or Abdel. Never hesitated to let you know it. He wasn't really annoying like Abdel. He was closer to Swanson. Like there are a few people that probably wished he'd shut the fuck up sometimes and shut his mouth. But at the end of the day, he was a cool guy, and we all liked him. And of course, the NCOs all loved him because he was just really, really good soldier, perfect soldier, everything. And he always gave me shit, this guy, like most people did. And like Abdel, he never hesitated to let me know that he was fucking better than me at everything, including the one thing I was supposed to be good at, running. Somehow, despite being like twice my age, he was better than me at that too. And he was one of only a few guys who could beat me in a 2 mile run we had for the PT test, physical fitness test. And he beat me almost every single time. But instead of simply just beating me, he would run ahead of me, like slow down a little bit, start running backwards just to show me that he was that much better. It's like, hey, Levy, I'm so much faster than you. I'm beating you backwards. How do you like that? Fuck you, Ballard. I'm like all fucking winded by the end of this 2 mile run. I'm like dying. He doesn't look like he's breathing hard at all. And still running backwards, he goes, hey, see you later, Levy. See you at the finish line. Oh, fuck off. And, he would give me shit about my, like I have a smoking fetish, right? I don't think I've ever mentioned this in any of my stories. But since I was about 7 or 8 years old, I found it incredibly hot when a girl lights up and smokes a cigarette. Yeah, and it has to be like a cork cigarette, like a Marlboro Red. It can't be one of those all white ones. Only corks. And yeah, it just drives me crazy, right? And I actually told people in the Army about this, and I never heard the end of it. I like, bro, Levy likes chicks that smoke, bro? What? Yeah, he has a smoking fetish. I didn't even know they had that. But he thinks it's really, really hot when girls like smoke cigarettes. Like, are you fucking serious? It's Levy. What do you expect? What are you, surprised? No. But like, I hear that when like a new guy would come to the bed. Hey, Levy, right? He likes girls that smoke. He thinks it's really hot. Probably jerks off to it. Are you kidding me? Like, no, man. He loves this for whatever reason. So I remember one time, Ballard, he goes on like leave, right? Well, he was married. And when you're married, when you're at West Point, you're allowed to go back to Fort Drum to see your wife and kids on a weekend. So he comes back for this one weekend, and he goes, hey, Levy, how's your weekend, man? How you doing? How those smoking girls going for you? And he looks around at everybody in the barracks and goes, yep, gotta be a fat chick smoking a Marlboro, right, Levy? Fat chick smoking a Marlboro. You're fucking weird, bro. And, oh, God. like I say, he was a much better athlete. He was a lot stronger and quicker than me. I couldn't come close to beating him in combatives. He'd whoop my ass. And he'd even toy with me. He wouldn't like choke me out or whatever immediately, but he'd like play around with me. And oh, my God. So just to show me up one more time, we're chilling one day in the field at West Point between like shooting artillery. And I pick up a rock just for no reason and throw it. And I guess it wasn't a good throw. It looked pretty weak. And Ballard goes, Levy, you throw like a fucking girl. No, I don't. Yes, you do. In fact, to show you how weak your arm is, I can sit on top of this Humvee, sitting down and throw this further than you. And like, yeah, okay. I don't have the strongest arm, but that's no way. Not possible. Lo and behold, he picks up a rock roughly the same size and weight, sits down on a Humvee, and just launches this thing probably twice as far as I threw it standing up. And he turns to me and goes, I told you I could throw it farther than you, pussy. Fuck you, pal. Again. Oh my God, this guy. And like I said, at the end of the day, he was a cool guy. He was funny as shit. Everybody liked him. No one ever had a problem with him. He was a good asshole like Ortega. At the end of the day, you'd laugh along with him. Like, he's an asshole, but he's cool. And something happened, some incident with like him and our chain of command and his kids, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was all fucked up. And he ends up getting basically kicked out of the army for no reason. He didn't do anything wrong, but they chaptered him. And like I said, he's super high speed. He's the guy that gets kicked out of the military and gets a job his first day out. Even with a dishonorable discharge, he'd talk his way into employment. Nobody would care because he's high speed like that. And yeah, so that was my little story. But this guy I was in the army with named Ballard, who was a super high speed, all-star at everything he did. Even though he was like 40-something years old, he was a better athlete than almost all of us and in better shape. Beat me in the 2 mile and run backwards just to rub it in my face. And just overall was just unbelievable, this guy, right? What a guy. What a fucking guy.